Right then. So next up we have... Oh wait, I wasn't even unmuted in Discord. How professional am I? I wasn't even unmuted in Discord. So next up we have... Right, I'll mute myself in my own stream, then you can keep the audio in your thing.
Hang on, what?
On your stream, yeah? That'll be fine. So if you keep the mic on your stream, and then it goes through your stream with my microphone on.
Oh, right, yeah, I can separate
Otherwise,
game
it'll be
audio
broken
and Discord audio on my setup.
If you could do that, then you can do that instead. Or
That's
you
what
can
I'm
just
saying,
have
I
your
can't.
microphone go into your stream.
I can separate game audio and Discord audio. Alright.
Okay, have your mic go through your stream then. So
Right, I've done that now. Right, I've done that now.
The only thing we have now is you have double audio. Actually, no, mute your mic in your stream. Sorry, I'm not awake. There we go. All right. Okay. So when you're ready, you can begin.
Well, thank you. Welcome to Disney's Tarzan Untamed, a very obscure GameCube game, despite being a launch title for the system. What we're doing is 80%, which is just get to the end of the game as fast as we can. Were there any donations for the incentive?
I don't.
Right, then I'm gonna go with my default choice for the language, which is plain old boring English.
Fair enough. Go for it.
Right, so let me get to the screen where I start time, which is right here when I start this first level. Alright, there we go.
Now, yeah?
I had to pull up chat real quick. Alright, so I'll count down from 5, and then on go is when I start. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So pretty much before every level, after you select it, and at the end of the level, there's a cutscene that we skip on the very first frame by just mashing the button. You can just skip the cutscene as fast as is possible, so you won't get to see any of it. Also voice acting.
Everybody look lovely. We've got company.
So yeah, one of the first tricks here is called rail jumping, which is ironic because this is very much not a rail, but this is the first place we do it. By jumping on any kind of surface that we grind on, we basically get pushed forward. It's just how the game's physics works. We don't know how it works, we just know that it works, which is the explanation for a lot of things in this game.
Here, you take it.
What am I supposed to do with it?
You got me, but they're all over the place. If you see any more, hang on to them.
Now, first major skip in the game is coming up. And I missed it. Sick. So yeah, now I lost control of Tarzan. He walks all the way over there. I get the text box. So that's what you skip if you get the that skip right. Right, so there's this cage with the baby monkey trapped inside. We gotta save it. And yeah, as Shark the Saint just said in chat, that skip is just really finicky. It's very easy to miss.
Oh, thank you, Tarzan. What's going on? Who's responsible for this?
I'm trying to find out.
The other apes are out searching for the children. They'll help you on your way once you've freed all the little ones.
Alright, so here we see some more rail jumping. Alright, so we have another skip coming up. I don't know why this first level has so many skips, but it just does. Alright, so gotta climb on these vines. By jumping off of this rail slightly early, we land underneath, and we can grab this. If we go on the mushrooms, we would have immediately landed on that branch I just climbed up on. And I would have had to walk back and grab it. But by doing that, we skip the shrooms, hence the name Shroom Skip. And we can just walk underneath and grab it and go. Also, what I did there with that enemy... we'll see it a bit later, what happens when you don't use a spear for that kind of enemy. Basically what happens is you have to mash the B button a bunch, or probably square on a PS2, because this game is also available on PlayStation 2. And you... oh my god, words. Yeah, you have to mash the button to fill a bar before the enemy does, which is represented by a yellow bar filling it up. There's a couple of those encounters, so to speak, that we cannot avoid, so we will see it. Also, tiny optimization there. I let go of the control stick to move, and it did a normal standing attack. There's also an attack you do when you run, which looks like this. I can do it here because it doesn't lose me any time. But that animation takes longer. If you break a cage open with that, the animation has to finish first before you pick up the baby monkey, so there's a bunch of small optimizations like that. Here too. Also, I jump at the end, move a tiny little bit and jump. If I jump immediately, I jump over the film reel and miss it. If I jump too late, I get hit by the boar. Also, here we just damage boost through. And that's the end for the first level. Now we're going into this special state. This is the reason we save the baby monkeys, to unlock this bungee challenge. Which is that you bungee jump down a cliff, you have to dodge everything. Because at the bottom, there's a film rule, and you do have to dodge everything. If you get hit once, you cannot beat this. Fortunately, that first one is very easy. But yeah, the reason we do this bungee challenge is, as we'll see now, we'll go back into the first level. So there's a bit of repetition here, but fortunately, this is the only big part we're replaying. Also, what I'm doing there, you may have seen me do it a couple times already, but that's jump punching. We basically jump and punch in midair, because there's a little startup to get to running speed, but jump punching lets us move at running speed in midair. So we just jump punch so we can move at running speed while the build up for running speed plays. Now, since I missed Gorilla Skip, this is actually a little bit faster, because that text box that I got when I missed it, if you get Gorilla Skip, then you get that text box here. So then you get 2 text boxes instead of the one I just got. So it's merely the losing control of Tarzan and having to walk towards the gorilla that you really skip with Gorilla Skip. Still, if you miss it, that's like 2 to 3 seconds that you lose. It saves time, so we want to get it. That's kind of how that works. Right, now that we picked up that film reel here, we can just jump on the mushrooms normally. Also, I'm jumping in midair a lot, because as I explained earlier, with the running attack animation having to finish before you pick up a baby monkey, if you use that to break open the cage. On the ground, there's a lot of animations that you cannot interrupt. Not normally, anyway. The only way to interrupt them is to get hit. So yeah, we just do as much as we can in midair. Now, this game stores any progress you get as soon as you get it, so when we get the film reel, we can immediately pause and quit out. So to explain a bit about those film reels I am collecting, and if in case you don't think they look like film reels at all, don't worry, you're not the only one. And it's kind of a willing suspension of disbelief to just convince yourself that they're film reels. But yeah, the game's divided up into 3 sections, and each section has 25 film reels. There's 3 levels that each have 8 of these film reels, and then there's the bungee challenge, which has has 1, making a total of 25. To access the final 3rd section of the game, we need 45 reels out of the 50 that are available to you in the first 2 sections. So yeah, there's been a fair amount of routing that's gone into this, figuring out, because we're gonna be skipping. Like, we rescued the baby monkeys in this first world, and that was so we could do the bungee challenge, so we could get those gorillas to help us get the other film reels in the first level that we just did. We have in the second section, we're gonna be skipping saving the baby monkeys. You'll see later why that works, but it makes us miss out on 4 film reels by not doing that. So that leaves us with 46 to pick up. So even then, we can still get it and still skip one. And thanks to Shark the Saiyan, who's been in here in chat, he was the one who routed out that. Sorry, I need to focus for a little bit because I can't miss any of the film reels here. If I miss anything, I have to redo the entire level up to the point of the film reel I missed. So I try to focus a little bit. Luckily, the hitboxes for the film reels are massive, which prevents this stage from being a big pain in the ass. Here, right there. You saw how much I missed that by, but I still got it. But yeah, Shark the Saiyan routed out that getting the he routed out which of the film reels was the slowest, and we therefore don't pick up. And yeah, it is a run killer stage. It's your early reset point. But now we get to relax a little and have fun. You know, we're speedrunning, but we can also have fun. So yeah, this is an auto-scroller. I'm just reverse skiing for the sake of memes, because it also reverses my left and right controls while I'm doing this. But yeah, the only thing we need to do here is get all the 8 film reels. It's a level we need to go through anyways. So yeah, there's no reason not to pick up any of the film reels. You know, this would be a good place to grind for lives, since every 5,000 points you score, as you will see right now, you get an extra life, but really you don't need them. There is a couple intentional deaths in this run, but there's 3 in total, and just from playing normally, you'll pick up so many that you really don't need to actively get lives. Now I'm just gonna damage boost through that because I need to miss that rail. If I actually get on the rail, I miss that film reel. Reel, I know, it's confusing. But yeah, like what I've been doing here, reverse ski, reverse grind. Also here, hold left, and you get it. Just hold left. No aiming required, just hold left. But yeah, there's a bunch of tricks that Tarzan can do. They're also in the platforming stage that we started in, and the surfing stage that you saw just before this one. So yeah, a little bit of Tony Hawk in this. Alright, visual cue, wait for the second grind 100 to appear, and then jump, and hold to the left. And then you'll get that film reel. That is all 8. Right, so more cutscene skipping. Alright, now we have a boss fight. Although I use that term very loosely. Because all it is it's a struggle. If you don't mash fast enough, the bar drains towards the left, and then you lose a hit point. That's the boss fight done, by the way. But yeah, you mash B. It doesn't matter how fast you mash, as long as you mash fast enough. The bar drains equally fast, no matter what. But yeah, you drain the bar. A button combo will show up, and you input the button combo from left to right, and there's your boss fight done. And the other boss fights we'll see in this game, the game also doesn't call them boss fights; it calls them boss wrestles, since that's what the whole mashing the B button simulates. So yeah, that's what mashing the B button simulates. Is like you wrestling the boss, and the later boss fights are all they're gonna do is add an extra hit, so 2 hits instead of 1, and then 3 hits for the final fight. Also, like I said, we're gonna skip these. Leave them alone. Maybe I should have been doing all Bungie's category. Then I would have been saving those guys. Anyway. Right, we jump off here immediately to boost forward. If you jump off too late, you fly off and die. Also, will I be found worthy? Am I worthy or am I unworthy? We're about to find out. I am worthy! So he can bounce you off to the left. And yeah, we have one of these guys that we saw before. So because we beat the first Bungie challenge, we can use these guys to help us. So yeah, we get this, and then we just kind of fall off. So now we can go the other way. So this way, the quote-unquote normal path, it has checkpoints that you sometimes can't go back from. So that's the reason we do the side path first. And we're going to be doing that 2 more times in the run. And 1 more in this stage. 1 more in this stage, and then another in the stage in the 3rd stage of this section that is going to come up later. Okay, that was not meant to happen. Alright, so I let go too early. Just weird sometimes.
Have you seen the children?
Right, here's the second intentional death. I guess you can call it a death warp. So yeah, we just get the reel and then kill ourselves as quickly as possible. Now, those encounters that I talked about, with like the enemies that I've constantly been spearing, here's where you'll see one of them. But yeah, because we mash so fast, you don't even see the yellow bar fill up. Alright, now if I jump at the right time here, I land all the way up there, and now it's just climb, climb, and climb, and don't care about damage. Alright, it really doesn't matter how much damage you take, because there's bananas here that restore your health. Like, I'll show the health in the top left for a little bit. So yeah, you can see it's like 25. It's 25 HP in total, and it's like 5 sections of 5, as you can see. Remember that for later. Ow. Yeah, you don't really get slowed down from getting hit during those sections, so...
Have you seen the children?
Alright, second auto-scroller, but fortunately the last one. Now this one's a lot trickier though, because some of these film reels are very uncooperative, because that rail could easily bounce you off, and if you don't get on there, you're not getting the film reel. There's no way to get it. But they can bounce you off so easily, because this game has very wonky physics. There's also not really any logic to the game's physics. It's just learn how they work and work with them. That too. So yeah, I don't want it to bounce off, so I'm just gonna not get on it and jump near it and take advantage of those massive hitboxes the film reels have in these water ski stages as well as the surfing stages. So yeah, the game is somewhat formulaic in that the first section, here, see there, perfect example of getting bounced off. Luckily, if I get bounced off here, which I didn't, you can just hug the rail, and you'll get the film. We kind of use the term film just so people don't get confused between us saying rail and reel. Also, I like these water effects. They look very nice. It's like about the only thing that looks very nice in this game. Everything else looks very obviously early GameCube. Alright, that counter is correct. Alright, and that is the final film reel, and straight after that is the end. Alright, last stage. Or last stage of the second section, and then the boss of the second section. So yeah, Hunter's Trail. We're here's a gorilla body right here. It's very fortunate that these are here, because there's also young apes, which are like the teens amongst gorillas. They are also in this section because they're basically the bungee challenge for this. But we're very fortunate that there's just a bunch of big gorillas around that will already help us because we beat the first bungee challenge. That's what makes this whole route possible. Right, here a little optimization again. Jump at the end to skip that lily pad. Now here I need to delay my rail jump a little. Because if I do it too early, I will fly over the reel and miss it. Also, Falcon Punch! There we go. Now, it's like a very small optimization, but... Also, this is another one of those encounters, but the trigger zone is so small, we can just walk around it. Again, 3 with very weird physics, so climbing, as you can see, jumping, while it is faster, it's risky to do on that particular climb. Also, when you come off of a grind like this, again, for some reason, we don't know why it works or how it works, we just know that it works. If you come off of a grind like that, if you jump immediately, you instantly get your running speed back.
Have you seen the children?
Now, you notice me picking up these spears by jumping and punching in midair. When you punch, your hitbox, the hitbox for your punch is active the whole time you're in midair. So as long as you punch in midair and then land in a spot where if you were on the ground and pressed B, you would have picked them up. You get them automatically without any sort of animation. Now another skip coming up. I missed it. So by spearing that guy and landing in the right position, close to the edge, I landed too far forward. You don't get bound in place by his lasso. Very creatively, we have called that lasso skip.
Have you seen the children?
Got stuck in that for a little bit. Okay, so we're right at the end. Fortunately, I still have spears. It's a bit weird to time punching this snake, so we're just gonna throw a spear to make that easier. It's the same like deal in terms of speed, but it's easier inputs. Now, as I told you before, yeah. The only thing they could do to make this boss fight harder, well, they increase the minimum speed you need to mash to overpower. But yeah, it's 4 button combos and it's 2 hits you need to do. So yeah, you might technically consider this an auto-scroller. You know, you should be able to do this properly. But hey, there's frames to save in how fast you input the combo, so you know, it's technically still worth it to have a split for it. Oh, by the way, the button combos are always the same on the first playthrough. Although that being said, I have never bothered to learn the combos, the button combos from the top of my head. Because you don't need to. You can all see with your own 2 eyes how slowly those button combos appear. So really, you don't need to.
Good show, my boy. These may just.
Alright, so now that we're at the point Now we're at the point that you need the 45 film reels for. I'll talk a bit about the story of this game. Also, I completely stay silent just for the sake of voice acting. So yeah, that's your incentive. There's a couple voice lines, and they're actually dubbed in the other languages. Like playing this game in French, you get French voice lines. Playing this game in German, you get German voice lines, and it's the same for Italian and Spanish. But yeah, the story. So the way it starts is that Tarzan and Jane are being all lovey-dovey. And suddenly they hear the sound of... they hear like a clanging. So they go to check it out. And they find that a baby monkey is trapped in a cage. So that sets up the red flag for like, there are poachers around. Then they try to capture Tantor, the elephant from the Tarzan movie. And you know, being the overdramatic character that he is, he proceeds to go to the elephant graveyard because he feels his time has come, and you know, because he's being an idiot, Jane decides to follow Tantor to kind of like make sure he doesn't get himself into any trouble. So together they travel towards the elephant graveyard, while Tarzan goes on his way to like stop the poachers from whatever it is they're doing. Now, where the film reels come in is that only elephants know where the elephant graveyard is. And then Professor Porter deduces that Tantor followed his instincts to the elephant graveyard. Jane followed Tantor and then complains that the cameraman, which is that first guy you saw in the very first cutscene of the game, that he's been following Jane. And then he has an epiphany that the film reels that Tarzan's been finding, like those ones here, that we totally don't need, anymore, that we can use that to figure it out. And that's why you need 45 film reels, so we have the amount of film to find out where the elephant graveyard is. So now Tarzan's on his way to the elephant graveyard to stop him. Now, you might be wondering why we're saving the babies again, since we don't need them for film reels anymore. There's a different reason for that. Also, if you have arachnophobia, stop looking. Just a warning. Alright, you can look again. So yeah, so that's the story. And the main poacher in question... Best warning ever, I know, right? So good that I'm gonna do it again. Oh, hello. I'm gonna do it again, because there's another spider.
Thank goodness.
Don't worry, I killed this one. Also, you can look again. There's a couple more spiders that we encounter. I'll, you know, while I'm at it, I might as well give a warning for all of them when one is coming up. Wow. I'm not gonna say anything until I've done it, because I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, that's the first time I've done this damageless. Still shows the spider in the frame. I'm pretty sure I said it after the spider was out of frame. At least on my end. Maybe there's like, you know, a couple frames of capture card delay, I don't know. Alright, I only have one thing left, so I need to use it for that, and that's the end of this stage. So to come back to my original point of why we're saving the baby monkeys is... basically to access the final level, we need the help of the baboons. Which are the monkeys that help you in this section. And while we also need to do another bungee challenge. And I'll talk more about it once we get to the point of it. Now, there's one big thing I have not talked about in the previous surfing stage, which is a pretty big thing. You maybe, like eagle-eyed viewers, may have noticed me doing it. Constantly banging into the wall. Oh, about 3 to 5 second delay. Alright, I'll try to keep that in mind. So yeah, it's a technique called back bonking. For some reason, it's programmed in such a way that only the front half of Tarzan can take damage. So if you crash into anything with only the back half of your board, the backside, like this, you don't take any damage. Right. This is one movement that I've perfected a lot. There's swerve, hit the wall, like back bunk off the wall, and then jump immediately to dodge the snake. That's a piece of movement that I've been perfecting so much because I kept taking damage on that section. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like find a setup for that. I did not want to take that grind because grinds are slow. Alright, that is good. But yeah, so in the other surfing stage, we use back bonking mostly to take corners efficiently. Because you don't lose any speed. You don't lose any speed. and all your momentum gets redirected in the direction you bounce off the wall of. But for this stage, the waterways are too wide to take corners efficiently with backbonking. So for this stage, we use backbonking for the other property it has, which is avoiding damage. Also, you want to have more than 5 health here, because there's some snakes right at the end, and they do 5 damage to you. And if you were on 5 or less health, that kills you. And even though you reach the end of the stage, it doesn't give you the win, and you have to do the entire stage over again. Alright, so this is another encounter we have to take, because there's no way to get spears before this, or walk, and yeah, the trigger zone for this, you can, yeah, it extends to the entire wall, so there's no way to walk around that encounter either. Now, that place up ahead, where the box is, that's where we need to go. That's where we need to go to get to the final stage. But we need the baboon's help to get there. And that's why we need to save all the little monkeys in this section. No. I need this. Come on. Alright. Alright, and jump here, jump there. Good. Yeah. That's the dream we have for this game. To just be able to skip that, find a way to get up that ledge normally. And then we, yeah, because it'll shave off literal minutes, because we don't need to do the bungee challenge. We don't need to do this entire level. But yeah, and I do feel like the physics of the game are exploitable enough that there is some sort of way to get up there, that we just need to find it. Also, arachnophobia warning, I'm actually gonna wait. You know, I know it's a speed run, but it's a marathon. We gotta care about our viewers. You can look again, by the way. Oh, that spear missed. Damn. Oh well. Like, this is not a world record run anyway, or PB run, which would be the same because I hold world record for this game. So yeah. World record hype. You know, just screw it, and like, what is the timer at? I'm curious now.
So the timer is currently at
36:10. With what we have left to go, yeah, that's not going to be a world record. World record's 40:02.
So your estimate is about 45 minutes. So
Another arachnophobia warning, by the way.
It's too bad, it's fine.
Especially since I'm taking my time to do spider warnings. Alright. Spider gone. Yeah. Yeah, I have been relentlessly chasing this 39 for a while. To the point where my nickname in the Tarzan Discord, and yeah, in case you're interested in this game... Oh, whoops, that was too early. Alright, so you saw the indicator for the baby monkey with the 3 slide in. That's what I needed to wait for, because as you can see, the bungee challenge is available, even though we didn't beat the level. We've called that early exit, just keeping it simple, and I'm gonna explain it later because I need focus time right now. Alright, focus time over. No matter how many times I played this game, that bungee challenge is still tricky to do first try. But yeah, what InstaSim was saying about the estimate, yeah, especially in a marathon setting, like if you mess it up in you know, when you're normally streaming and running, you just reset. But in a marathon run, you really want to focus to just get it in one try. But yeah, but the estimate is not going to be a problem. Like, we're definitely going to easily beat estimate. Yeah, because as I explained before, it's you know, final boss fight, 3 hits, an extra button, so we have 5 buttons. I didn't want to go there. See, that's the animation for picking it up while standing still, so that's why you pick up things in midair. Now, I started the yelling animation, and it got interrupted by me getting damaged, but it still triggered the baboons, making the ladder that I need to climb up there. So that's actually a small exploit. We get hit to stop the animation so we can get on the ladder faster. We do kill him, though, since if we leave him alive, he's going to hit us while we're on the ladder, drop us off, and we die. So we do have to kill him after. Alright, that's the first boss fight done. So, to use this time to explain about the what I was going to explain. We call that early exit. It's yeah, pausing the game and exiting like that is faster than actually finishing the small bit of the stage that is left. Also, there's a small bit of voice acting. That's a button combination that I always struggle. Also, this is the last sequence, so get ready on time. Because time ends as soon as I finish the button combination. I'll call it out as well, so don't worry. It's AY. This is the one I actually like remember by heart, which is AYXBB. Time.
Right, the stream is just currently delayed a little bit, but because I
if the delay stays the same, then that should work itself out.
Yeah,
wait,
40:05.
Did you say 40:05?
Yeah. There may have been a slight issue that I don't know if the delay kept the same, but
I mean, this was a good run. Don't get me wrong, but I was not expecting that getting that close to world record. 40:02. I said it before.
What's the world record? Jesus.